The Law of Non-Resistance, written and published by Audible Aria. The law of non-resistance is a concept that suggests resisting or fighting against negative thoughts, emotions, or situations often leads to more pain and suffering. Instead of pushing away these experiences, the law encourages acceptance, understanding, and learning from them. By embracing what comes our way and finding ways to navigate challenges without resistance, we can experience greater peace, growth, and resilience in life. It's important for us to always remember that the law of non-resistance operates similarly to other laws, such as the law of attraction. We have to keep reminding ourselves to stay conscious of it. This law can play a significant role in our lives because when we resist everything, we are filled with self-hatred and constantly battle against our life circumstances. We struggle to accept the challenges we face, which only pushes us further into a dark and consuming pit of despair. Avoiding dealing with negative thoughts, feelings, or tough situations can be really painful. It's like when we don't want to face these things, we miss out on the chance to learn from them, improve, and become more resilient. This can keep us feeling stuck because we're not taking in the lessons that life is trying to show us. Instead of trying to understand and grow from our experiences, we end up struggling against them, which can make things harder in the long run. But when we look at things in the bigger picture, does resisting them actually help? To truly grasp the concept of the law of non-resistance, we must first understand what resistance means. Resistance is a feeling we often have when we push against something we don't like or want to happen. It can show up in various ways, sometimes clearly and other times subtly, but I'm sure there are aspects of life you resist in one way or another. Sometimes we resist things that can actually be good for us. For example, you might resist changes even though they could benefit you in the long run. Similarly, new situations that make you nervous or scared might be opportunities for growth, even though you might resist them initially. It's common to resist your own thoughts and feelings, but this resistance can hold you back from evolving and becoming a better person. No matter what you're struggling against, there are always better ways to handle it. When you resist something, it often leads to stress, anxiety, or frustration. This resistance can cause tension in your body, mind, and how you interact with others. The law of non-resistance suggests a different approach. It encourages you to go with the flow of life. This means accepting things as they are and learning to let go of what you can't change. It's about finding peace by not fighting against the natural course of events. I understand how tough it can be because I've faced similar challenges many times in the past. Through those experiences, I've realized that resisting things usually makes matters worse. A lot of our pain comes from fighting against the ups and downs of life, so it's crucial to grasp this concept. The Bible says, "But I say unto you that ye resist not evil." Matthew 5:39. This teaches us not to fight against bad things. It's important to talk about this idea of truth because many people are facing challenges that seem impossible to overcome without fighting back. Despite our efforts to fight against sin and sickness, they seem to keep increasing. Achieving peace and harmony is a fundamental pursuit for many individuals, yet the methods employed to attain these states can sometimes be misguided. One such misconception is the belief that using resistance is a viable path to achieving peace and harmony. However, upon closer examination, it becomes clear that this approach is fundamentally flawed. At the core of this misunderstanding lies the idea that real harmony does not stem from disharmony, and genuine peace does not arise from conflict. These principles align with the natural order of the universe, which operates under the laws of harmony, balance, and order. When we attempt to resist, we disrupt this natural flow and inadvertently create more conflict, thus undermining the very peace and harmony we seek. Resistance, by its nature, goes against the grain of harmony and order. It introduces tension, opposition, and struggle into situations that could otherwise be approached with acceptance and understanding. This disruption of balance not only impedes our ability to achieve peace, but also perpetuates a cycle of conflict and discord. Moreover, engaging in resistance often leads to emotional turmoil. The constant battle against external forces can cause stress, anxiety, and inner conflict, which are antithetical to the serenity and calmness associated with genuine peace and harmony. On a deeper level, resistance prevents us from fully embracing the present moment and learning from our experiences. It closes doors to understanding, growth, and meaningful connections with ourselves and others. Instead of fostering unity and cooperation, resistance breeds division and animosity, further distancing us from the harmony we seek. To cultivate true peace and harmony, it is essential to shift our mindset away from resistance and towards acceptance, adaptability, compassion, and mindfulness. Accepting situations as they are, being flexible in the face of change, approaching conflicts with empathy, and staying present in the moment are key practices that can lead us closer to genuine peace and harmony. The teaching from the Master to not resist evil might sound confusing or contradictory to some of us. It goes against what we usually do when faced with challenges. Normally, when we encounter obstacles or opposition, our instinct is to gather our strength, think carefully, and use any methods available to overcome and defeat the opposition. Although it might appear contradictory at first, especially when dealing with significant matters in life, we unknowingly apply this law. However, this tends to be more evident in minor or material aspects of life. This law goes by many names, so we might not always realize it's the same as the law of non-resistance. In the business world, we hear about sales techniques, customer service, credit options, free shipping, expert advice, and every other way to help us choose the best kitchenware, nursery furniture, fireplace chair, and living room decorations. Even as consumers, we apply the law of non-resistance when making purchasing decisions. We compare products, read reviews, and consider various options without feeling pressured or obligated to choose a specific item. There's a particular business that boasts, "We've got everything you could possibly need under the sun, so whatever you're looking for, you'll find it here." This approach is seen as good for business, and the managers understand that business thrives when this law is applied. Have you ever wondered why the stores you visit keep their doors wide open? It's not just for fresh air. It's to welcome prosperity effortlessly into their premises. Have you ever observed how many people enter through an open door compared to those who have to open it themselves? Ever thought about why stores like the 5 and 10 or the 25 cents to $1 stores often use the basement instead of the second floor? It's because it's easier for people to walk downstairs than to climb up. Although they eventually go up the steps when they leave, their initial thought leads them to go down first. This concept is commonly used in big businesses. They hire people to find ways to attract customers and keep them interested. These employees study how the law of non-resistance works and how it can be applied to the general public in simple ways. They use this knowledge to make their products and services appealing to potential customers. Being a successful salesperson involves learning various strategies to sell a product effectively. One crucial aspect is how they approach customers and present the product. Let's dive into some key techniques used by salespeople to persuade customers and make successful sales. When a salesperson approaches a customer, they carefully showcase the product, highlighting its unique features and benefits. They may also compare it to similar products in the market, emphasizing its positive aspects to stand out. This comparison helps customers understand why they should choose this particular product over others available. The ultimate goal of the sales pitch is to address any potential objections or doubts the customer may have. By doing so, the salesperson aims to persuade the customer to make a purchase without facing much resistance. This process involves active listening and understanding the customer's needs and concerns. A persuasive sales pitch guides the customer through a series of positive agreements about the product. The salesperson gradually leads them to the point where they are ready to make a purchase decision. This approach is subtle yet effective, as it helps customers feel confident and satisfied with their choice. The foundation of successful salesmanship lies in the principle of non-resistance. This principle suggests that instead of forcing a sale, it's more effective to create an environment where customers willingly agree to buy. Many successful businesses worldwide utilize this principle to build long-lasting customer relationships and drive sales growth. In the past, our grandparents had to visit multiple shops to complete their shopping, carrying baskets from one store to another. However, with modern technology, we can simply use our phones to order everything we need from a single store. This convenience has become essential for mail-order businesses, as it makes it easier for them to attract prosperity. Businesses don't just hire professional salespeople. In reality, everyone acts as a salesperson in some way, whether they are aware of it or not. We are constantly trying to present ourselves in a favorable light to our friends, seeking their approval and avoiding their disapproval. This innate desire to showcase our best selves influences how we interact with others on a daily basis. When a young man sets his sights on getting to know a particular young lady, he can go to great lengths to make it happen. From seeking introductions to making a strong impression, he puts in the effort to ensure she sees him in the best light possible. But why does he go through all this trouble? The answer lies in his desire to make it easy for her to like him and want to know him better, hoping to become a great companion and friend to her. In his pursuit, the young man may unknowingly be employing the law of non-resistance. This principle suggests that by presenting oneself positively and making it easy for others to like us, we increase our chances of building meaningful connections and relationships. But why do we naturally try to show our best qualities? It's often seen as a natural inclination or a product of habit and tradition. We want to make a good impression, so we showcase our strengths and positive traits. However, sometimes our adherence to these habits and traditions can create unseen obstacles on our path to success and good health. For instance, if the young man focuses solely on portraying his best qualities without being genuine or considering the young lady's preferences and interests, he may encounter resistance in forming a genuine connection. Similarly, if we rely too heavily on tradition or societal norms without evaluating their relevance to our personal growth and well-being, we might hinder our own progress. It's essential to strike a balance between showcasing our best selves and staying true to who we are. Authenticity and genuine interest in others play a crucial role in building lasting relationships. By being open to new experiences, understanding different perspectives, and adapting our approach when necessary, we can navigate through life's complexities with greater ease and success. Habits and traditions can be helpful, but they can also become barriers if they prevent us from adapting to new situations or considering different approaches. For example, if someone always follows a strict routine without being open to change, they might miss out on opportunities or solutions that could lead to prosperity and well-being. Therefore, while it's important to have positive habits and customs, it's also essential to be flexible and open-minded, especially when seeking success and health. Being aware of the law of non-resistance can help us recognize when our habits might be working against us, allowing us to make adjustments and embrace new possibilities. Many people dream of achieving success and increasing their wealth. However, some individuals have developed a habit of constantly discussing and worrying about difficult financial situations or challenges. Constantly focusing on financial difficulties can create a negative cycle of stress and anxiety. When individuals constantly discuss their financial problems or fears, they reinforce these negative thoughts and emotions, making it challenging to focus on solutions and opportunities for growth. Moreover, worrying excessively about finances can lead to a scarcity mindset. This mindset makes individuals overly cautious and hesitant to take risks or pursue new opportunities, fearing potential losses or setbacks. Sometimes we engage in discussions about our neighbors or criticize the methods they use to achieve success. We may also worry about the state of business, especially when we notice a decline in profits or job security. These actions are unwise and similar to a merchant who advertises a big sale, but then locks the doors on the day of the event, leaving customers disappointed. This behavior is puzzling because it seems contradictory to their desire for business. Similarly, when we talk about scarcity and discord instead of abundance and harmony, we hinder the flow of prosperity and success into our lives. It's like inviting guests to a party and then shutting them out at the door. I wouldn't call them crazy, but they haven't learned how to think positively, and they're not aware of the law when they block their good fortune with negative talk. The law doesn't demand that we struggle against things we don't want. Instead, it asks us to work with and for what we do want. We must avoid spending our time, thoughts, and energy on things that go against what we desire. Doing so creates resistance, which goes against the law and prevents good things from coming into our lives. So how should we work towards prosperity? We should adopt a non-resistant attitude and align ourselves with everything that brings prosperity. We should use all the tools and resources available to us to make it effortless for prosperity to enter our lives. Water possesses immense power, and one of its remarkable qualities is its non-resistant nature. We have observed how it erodes even the toughest rocks and sweeps away everything in its path during a flood. It overcomes obstacles such as bridges, buildings, and trees with ease due to its force. However, let's take a closer look at how a mighty river originates. It begins as a small stream or brook high up in the mountains, nourished by melting ice and snow during the spring. This initial stream is often winding and irregular, quite unlike the wide and straight path it eventually follows as it transforms into a great river. Imagine observing a small stream of water flowing down a hill. Sometimes this stream encounters obstacles like large rocks, fallen trees, or debris such as bushes and decayed leaves. Now, what does the stream do when faced with these obstacles? Does it halt its journey and gather strength to push the barriers out of its way? Not quite. The stream is not fixated on the obstacles like rocks or trees. Its main goal is to keep moving forward, to join a bigger stream, then become a river, and eventually merge into the vast ocean. The little stream doesn't stop or waste time when it encounters an obstacle. Instead, it swiftly finds a way to go around the interference and continues on its path. Its ultimate goal is to join a river and eventually become a part of the vast ocean. As we observe the small stream, we notice it winding its way through various twists and turns, but with each turn, it gets closer to reaching its destination. Just like the stream, we can learn from water's resilience and determination. Instead of getting stuck on obstacles in our lives, we can find ways to overcome them and keep moving forward. By aiming for bigger goals, just like the stream joining a river, we can achieve great things and reach our dreams. Water teaches us that even small beginnings can lead to powerful outcomes. Some people struggle with dealing with obstacles in life. Instead of finding a way around them like nature does, they stop and try to fight the obstacle head-on. This resistance they create can cause friction, leading to irritation and inflammation. As a result, many people end up living stressful lives, and a lot of human energy is wasted. Nature teaches us a valuable lesson about how to handle obstacles. Just like water flowing in a stream, we can learn to go around the things that block our path. Water doesn't stop or fight against rocks or fallen trees. It finds a way to keep moving forward. In the same way, when we encounter challenges, we can look for alternative routes rather than confronting them directly. When we resist and fight against obstacles, it can create tension and stress in our lives. This can lead to physical and emotional problems, making life more difficult than it needs to be. By embracing a more natural approach and adapting to circumstances, we can reduce friction and live more harmoniously. It's important to remember that not every obstacle requires a battle. Sometimes it's about finding creative solutions and staying flexible. By going with the flow like nature does, we can conserve our energy and navigate life's challenges more effectively. People from various backgrounds are experiencing breakdowns and wearing out, much like old machines that have become outdated. It's important to note that it's not the constant movement of a machine that causes it to wear out beyond repair. Rather, it's the friction it encounters. Friction is all about opposition and resistance. When we spend our lives in a constant state of fighting, opposing, resisting, and arguing, we're bound to encounter numerous obstacles. In fact, we may become so consumed with battling these obstacles that we lose sight of our true goals and purposes. If we constantly prepare ourselves for the next problem or difficulty, we're likely to encounter many of them. However, if we downplay the obstacle and stay focused on our goal or desire, even if we have to take a winding path, we can eventually achieve success. It's about staying determined and persistent despite the challenges, ultimately leading us to reach our desired goal. One important lesson we can take from observing the stream is that when it's small and just starting out, it faces the toughest challenges. Initially, it encounters numerous obstacles that force it to wind its way around them repeatedly. The stream avoids facing obstacles head-on by quietly using the law of non-resistance. As it grows bigger and turns into a river, it gains more strength and volume. Its journey becomes more straightforward, and the obstacles in its path decrease. Eventually, it gets closer to reaching the vast ocean. This process shows how non-resistance helps the stream grow and overcome challenges more effectively. Just like streams facing boulders in their early stages, students often encounter tough challenges when they are still developing their skills and knowledge. When embarking on a new journey of learning, they may come across many obstacles and tests. Instead of struggling against these challenges, wise students choose to bless them and continue moving forward with faith and confidence. With each step, they become stronger and wiser, much like a stream growing into a river. Their path becomes clearer, their understanding deepens, and they get closer to their ultimate goal, symbolized by the vast ocean. This process teaches us the importance of facing challenges with resilience and perseverance, as they are essential steps toward growth and achievement. Now, in another part of the Bible, Jesus explained the law more directly. He said, "Love your enemies, bless those who curse you, do good to those who hate you, and pray for those who mistreat you." When we analyze this statement, it might seem like Jesus was supporting our enemies or opponents. However, that's not the case. Jesus was speaking to everyone who wants to follow the law. Sending a loving thought to someone or something can work wonders. It has the ability to remove opposition and hostility that may have been present before. This simple act shows just how powerful love and positivity can be in overcoming challenges and creating harmony. When we approach situations with love and positivity, it changes the atmosphere. Instead of focusing on negativity or conflict, we choose to embrace kindness and understanding. This shift in mindset can have a profound impact on our relationships and interactions with others. Imagine a scenario where there's tension or disagreement between two people. Instead of responding with anger or defensiveness, sending a loving thought can soften hearts and open up avenues for peaceful resolution. It doesn't mean we ignore problems or differences, but rather, we approach them with compassion and empathy. The power of love and positivity lies in their ability to break down barriers and build bridges. They create a sense of unity and cooperation, making it easier to find common ground and work towards solutions together. Whether it's in personal relationships, communities, or even on a larger scale, love and positivity can bring about positive change. It's important to remember that love and positivity are not just feelings, but also actions. We can show love through our words, gestures, and deeds. Simple acts of kindness, understanding, and forgiveness can go a long way in fostering harmony and overcoming challenges. The first step in removing this opposition is within your own mind. When you no longer hold thoughts of hatred or enmity, you won't keep attracting those negative situations. By doing good to those who dislike you, you rise above the negativity and it loses its power to affect your life. Bless those who speak ill of you and pray for those who mistreat you. This approach helps you maintain a positive mindset and avoid getting dragged into negative cycles of conflict and resentment. Have you ever noticed how blessing others can bring out the best in you and those around you? When you radiate positivity and goodness, you naturally attract the same energy from others. This positive cycle not only helps you navigate challenges, but also fosters a harmonious environment. Blessing others means sending them good wishes, kindness, and positive thoughts. It's about acknowledging and appreciating the goodness in people. When you do this, you uplift their spirits and encourage them to be their best selves. One of the remarkable things about blessing others is that it creates a ripple effect. Your positive energy influences those around you, inspiring them to also spread kindness and positivity. This chain reaction of goodness helps in overcoming challenges and dealing with negative behaviors effectively. As a Christian, it's important to understand that having faith doesn't require you to be weak or easily swayed. In fact, it's quite the opposite. True strength comes from standing firm in your beliefs while also respecting others and their perspectives. One misconception is that Christians should always turn the other cheek and never defend themselves or speak up. While forgiveness and turning away from conflict are essential teachings, it doesn't mean being a doormat. It's about finding a balance between showing kindness and standing up for what is right. Jesus himself demonstrated this balance during his time on earth. He showed immense love and compassion, but also spoke boldly against injustice and wrongdoing. He didn't shy away from expressing his beliefs or confronting those who opposed them. Similarly, as Christians, we can learn to assertively express our beliefs without being aggressive or disrespectful. We can engage in meaningful conversations, share our faith, and stand up for justice and righteousness in a manner that reflects the teachings of Christ. Being a true Christian means embodying strength, courage, and conviction, while also practicing humility, kindness, and love. It's about finding the balance between being assertive and respectful, standing up for what you believe in while also extending grace and understanding to others. Moreover, Christians are urged to understand the power of the law and how to use it wisely. This doesn't involve becoming confrontational or aggressive. Instead, it means becoming masters of oneself and situations, using principles of righteousness and fairness as guides. When our rights are just and aligned with moral principles, they naturally defend themselves. They don't require us to fight aggressively or forcefully. Rather, they uphold themselves through integrity and adherence to the law. Thus, being a true Christian involves embodying strength, wisdom, and righteousness, rather than being timid or overly accommodating. The law says that we get what we anticipate, so if someone thinks they're an easy target, weak, or expects to be taken advantage of, and they believe they need to use force to defend themselves, then they might face consequences related to their beliefs. This aligns with the saying, "Those who live by the sword, die by the sword." Life responds to us based on how we understand and use its principles. Being meek doesn't mean we should tolerate chaos or disorder. Instead, it's about having humility and gentleness in our actions, except when it comes to following the law. Meekness in adhering to the law actually empowers us and strengthens our inner resolve. Meekness is often misunderstood as weakness or passivity. However, in the context of following the law, it takes on a different meaning. It means respecting and obeying the rules and regulations set by society and authorities. When we choose to be meek in following the law, we demonstrate integrity and responsibility. It shows that we understand the importance of order and fairness in a community. This kind of meekness doesn't diminish our strength. Instead, it gives us a sense of inner power and confidence. Following the law also fosters trust and harmony within society. It creates a sense of security and stability for everyone. By upholding the law, we contribute to a safer and more organized environment for ourselves and others. Meekness in legal matters doesn't mean we should be passive or silent in the face of injustice. It means using peaceful and lawful means to address grievances and seek justice. It's about standing up for what is right while respecting the legal framework that governs our society. Jesus had a powerful spirit, and his words were like a sharp sword that could pierce through obstacles. Despite being humble, Jesus was not weak. When he spoke confidently to the scholars or drove out the money changers from the temple, his strength was evident. His disciples were amazed by his authority and even wished for him to become their king because of the strength he displayed. Do not mistake meekness for weakness. Weakness only leads to more weakness, which ultimately results in decline and decay. To live wisely, one must be strong and optimistic, while also being humble and gentle in the right way. This strength is not about physical power, but about having a strong mind and spirit. True meekness is when you choose not to argue, get angry, boast, or act arrogantly. It's about not demanding your rights forcefully. Instead, it's about being calm, patient, and understanding. Meekness is like the solid steel in your character, giving you enduring strength. It's the kind of strength that allows you to win an argument not by arguing back, but by choosing not to argue at all. When there are disagreements, and you know your opinion is correct, the true triumph is in knowing that being right is what really matters. In the field of science, we view meekness as a spirit of cooperation, diligent effort, precise calculations, flawless harmony, well-balanced designs, and beautiful colors, among other things. A straightforward example of this can be found in how we interact with natural laws. When we embrace the spirit of meekness by acknowledging and accepting nature's rules, we receive greater blessings the more we work in harmony with them. Have you ever wondered why we put so much effort into selecting the best seeds, planting them in perfect spots, and taking care of them with great care? Is it because we're following nature's rules? Or maybe because we're weak and like hard work, or because we're not smart enough? The truth is, it's all about the attention to detail and dedication needed for a successful harvest. When we choose the finest seeds, we're setting the foundation for a healthy and abundant crop. These seeds are like the building blocks of our harvest, so it's crucial to pick the best ones available. We look for seeds that are strong, disease-resistant, and suited to the environment where they'll be planted. Planting these seeds in ideal locations is also essential. Each plant has specific needs regarding sunlight, soil type, and water levels. By placing them in the right spots, we give them the best chance to thrive and produce a fruitful harvest. Timing is another crucial factor. Planting at the right moment ensures that the seeds have enough time to grow and develop before the weather changes or pests become a problem. It's like a well-choreographed dance between nature and human intervention. Rich soil plays a vital role as well. Nutrient-rich soil provides the essential elements plants need to grow strong and healthy. We enrich the soil with compost, fertilizers, and other amendments to create a nurturing environment for our crops. But why do we go to such lengths? It's not because we're feeble or lack intelligence. It's because growing plants requires meticulous care and dedication. Just like tending to a garden, success comes from consistent effort, attention to detail, and a deep understanding of the plant's needs. In the end, the satisfaction of seeing our hard work pay off in a bountiful harvest is immensely rewarding. It's a testament to the synergy between human effort and the laws of nature, resulting in the abundance that sustains us and nourishes our bodies. It's unwise not to apply non-resistance to the law. The wiser a person is, the more they benefit from meeting the law with meekness and non-resistance. Therefore, as a person incorporates the spirit of meekness into their daily life principles, not just the conditions they face, they will experience greater blessings in proportion to their understanding and application. When you're feeling confused or uncertain, think about the persistent little stream of water and how it never gives up until it reaches the vast ocean. Be just as determined to achieve and experience all the good things that are waiting for you. Don't delay these benefits by placing unnecessary obstacles in your path to success and prosperity. Instead, stay focused, keep moving forward, and embrace the flow of positivity and abundance in your life. Now, when it comes to the concept of non-resistance, imagine your journey toward your goals as a stream flowing smoothly. However, Every time you have a worried thought, fear, doubt, complaint, argument, or anger, it's like adding big and small boulders into your stream. These obstacles divert your path and make it take longer to reach your destination. By embracing non-resistance, you learn to let go of these negative thoughts and emotions. Instead of resisting challenges or getting caught up in negativity, you allow the flow of positivity and clarity to guide your journey. This way, you can navigate through obstacles more easily and reach your goals more efficiently. Come together with positive forces and align yourself with the good that is coming your way. Deal with obstacles by approaching them with kindness and seeking understanding. Instead of letting obstacles trip you up, turn them into opportunities that lead you toward your greatest good. This approach helps you grow and move forward effectively. Martial arts offer valuable lessons beyond combat techniques. One of these insights is the concept of yielding instead of resisting to achieve victory. This principle applies not only in physical confrontations, but also in life's challenges. Consider this. When facing an opponent's strength head-on, you may find yourself in a difficult position. However, if you yield and flow with their movements, you can turn the situation to your advantage. This strategy requires flexibility, adaptability, and the ability to assess and respond to the circumstances effectively. Now let's apply this idea to life. Are you constantly trying to force situations to unfold according to your will? Or are you allowing them to naturally unfold, trusting in the process and being open to different outcomes? It's an essential question to ponder because forcing situations can lead to unnecessary stress, frustration, and disappointment. On the other hand, letting things naturally unfold can bring about a sense of ease, harmony, and alignment with the flow of life. Yielding doesn't mean giving up or being passive. Instead, it's about being strategic and choosing your battles wisely. It's about finding the balance between assertiveness and receptivity, knowing when to push forward and when to step back. Reflecting on this principle can help you navigate through life's challenges with greater wisdom and grace. It encourages you to embrace change, be resilient in the face of adversity, and maintain a sense of inner peace amidst chaos. So take a moment to consider whether you're resisting or yielding in various aspects of your life. Embrace the wisdom of martial arts teachings and strive to flow with the currents of life, gaining victory through flexibility, patience, and mindful action. When you take a close look at your goals and desires like prosperity, love, and better health, it's important to consider if you're inadvertently resisting them. Reflecting on how you might be resisting these positive changes can lead to valuable insights. For instance, you might ask yourself, in what ways am I holding back or not fully embracing prosperity? Exploring these questions can uncover hidden barriers that may be hindering your progress towards your goals. Understanding what exactly you're resisting can provide valuable insights into your situation. For example, I often come across people who express a desire to find love. However, upon further discussion, it becomes clear that they are resisting the idea of finding love for various reasons. Some may enjoy their solitude and are reluctant to change that. Others may fear the potential outcomes or worry about losing the person they love once they find them. Many people dream of achieving prosperity and success in life. However, some individuals struggle to take the necessary steps or put in the required effort to reach their goals. They may avoid the work or actions needed to attain prosperity. Understanding and addressing these resistances can help uncover underlying fears, uncertainties, or habits that may be hindering their progress. Resistance to taking action often stems from a variety of factors. Fear of failure or rejection, uncertainty about the future, or a comfort zone that discourages change are common reasons why individuals resist pursuing prosperity. These fears and habits can create barriers that prevent them from moving forward. Exploring these resistances is crucial in overcoming them. It involves introspection and honest self-assessment to identify what is holding them back. By acknowledging these challenges, individuals can develop strategies to address them effectively. One key aspect of overcoming resistance is setting clear and achievable goals. Breaking down larger goals into smaller, manageable tasks makes the journey to prosperity more attainable and less overwhelming. It also provides a sense of direction and progress, motivating individuals to stay focused and committed. Additionally, cultivating a positive mindset plays a significant role in overcoming resistance. Believing in one's abilities, staying optimistic in the face of challenges, and learning from setbacks are essential elements of a resilient mindset. It enables individuals to bounce back from obstacles and stay determined on their path to prosperity. Taking consistent action is another crucial step. Procrastination and hesitation only prolong the journey to success. By taking small steps every day towards their goals, individuals can build momentum and make steady progress. It seems like you're facing some form of resistance. Raymond Holwell's argument suggests that when a person resists a situation, they tend to keep encountering it. For instance, if you find yourself resisting prosperity, it's worth examining that area. The key point here is that resistance tends to push away what you desire. Instead, consider finding a way around it, much like water navigates around obstacles in its path. Facing difficult situations can be daunting, but choosing to confront them bravely can lead to great rewards. When you tackle challenges head-on and work through them with determination, you'll eventually see those difficulties fade away. Embracing obstacles as signs of progress opens up opportunities to find solutions and overcome hurdles. It's natural to feel overwhelmed when encountering challenges. However, instead of dwelling on how tough the situation is, focus on finding ways to navigate through it. Every obstacle presents a chance to learn, grow, and improve. By embracing challenges, you build resilience and develop valuable skills that will serve you well in the future. The key is to approach challenges with a positive mindset. Rather than seeing them as roadblocks, view them as stepping stones towards your goals. Shift your perspective from seeing difficulties as problems to seeing them as opportunities for personal and professional development. Embracing challenges also involves being proactive. Take initiative in finding solutions, seeking help or guidance when needed, and staying persistent in your efforts. Remember that every step you take, no matter how small, brings you closer to overcoming the obstacle. Moreover, challenges can be catalysts for creativity and innovation. When faced with a difficult situation, think outside the box and explore unconventional approaches. You may discover new strategies or solutions that you wouldn't have considered otherwise. Understanding this concept is quite intricate. In the past, when I used to debate, I faced challenges because I would always argue. I simply enjoyed arguing. At times I would think, it's just a debate, no need to make a fuss. However, you can never truly win an argument even if you're correct. This led to resistance. People avoided me, they were hesitant to bring up topics, and they didn't want to talk to me because they feared I would start arguing. I discovered that by stepping back, staying calm, listening, and not trying to prove my point, I could handle situations better. When someone says something completely absurd, I learned to let it pass without getting into an argument. Whether I was right or wrong didn't seem to matter as much. Let's apply these teachings to a real-life situation. Imagine you're in a place you don't know, it's very dark, and you accidentally bump into a stone wall, injuring yourself. Why did you get hurt? The simple reason is that your body's force met the force of the stone wall, causing the injury. However, there are deeper forces at play here. When your body hits the wall, it triggers a series of thoughts, many of which may be resistant. Your mind reacts with frustration against the darkness, the unfamiliarity, and the combination of events that led to the collision. You also instinctively think, the wall is hard, so of course I'll get hurt. If you resist the idea of not resisting, you might wonder, should I make my body disappear so it won't resist the wall? Or should I make the wall disappear so it won't resist my body? It's the way your mind reacts when you hit the wall that causes you to feel pain. With practice, you can become so non-resistant that your body won't be hurt by such impacts. So, when you encounter a wall, you can either try to push through it, or you can find a way around it. Resistance happens when you oppose, criticize, or resent something. Have you ever heard the saying that what you resist persists? It's a well-known idea that holds a lot of truth. When we resist or try to avoid dealing with something we dislike, we inadvertently invite more of that negativity into our lives. This can leave us feeling powerless and trapped in a harmful cycle that drains our energy and distorts our perception of things. Imagine a situation where you encounter something you don't like or disagree with. Your immediate reaction might be to resist it, push it away, or ignore it altogether. While this response is natural, it can have unintended consequences. Instead of resolving the issue, resisting it often amplifies its presence in our lives. The cycle of resistance works like this. The more we resist something, the stronger it becomes. It's as if our resistance feeds the negativity, making it harder to escape. This constant battle can wear us down mentally, emotionally, and physically, leaving us feeling exhausted and defeated. On the other hand, practicing acceptance breaks this cycle of resistance. Acceptance doesn't mean giving up or condoning things we don't agree with. Instead, it involves acknowledging the reality of the situation and choosing to respond with openness and understanding. When we accept what we cannot change, we free ourselves from the grip of resistance. This shift in perspective allows us to conserve our energy and focus on what truly matters. It empowers us to approach challenges with resilience and a sense of calm, rather than feeling overwhelmed and drained. Acceptance also opens the door to growth and transformation. By letting go of resistance, we create space for new possibilities and positive experiences to enter our lives. We learn valuable lessons, gain insights, and develop a deeper sense of inner peace and fulfillment. When we confront conflicts without resisting them, they often resolve themselves. This is similar to a meditation technique called recapitulation, which some people find challenging. In recapitulation, you confront your traumas instead of avoiding them. When you face your traumas directly, they often lose their power over you and become less significant. I personally had to bring up memories of my traumas to do this. By resisting these memories in the past, I unintentionally internalized them, leading to physical or emotional issues. There are many ways to apply this concept in life. Our thoughts have a profound impact on our reality, often shaping the outcomes we experience. One clear example of this is when we dwell on fearful thoughts, inadvertently attracting negative circumstances into our lives. Consider a scenario where a parent constantly worries about their child getting sick. By focusing on this fear and constantly looking for signs of illness, they may unintentionally attract illness or problems to their child. This doesn't mean that their thoughts directly cause the sickness, but rather their mindset can influence their actions and decisions, potentially leading to negative outcomes. Similarly, fear of financial hardship can also manifest in unexpected ways. If someone constantly fears becoming poor, their thoughts and beliefs may unknowingly attract circumstances that contribute to financial difficulties. This can create a self-fulfilling prophecy where their mindset influences their behavior and decisions, ultimately impacting their financial situation. The key takeaway from this is the power of our thoughts and beliefs in shaping our reality. While it's natural to have fears and worries, dwelling on them excessively can have unintended consequences. It's essential to be mindful of our thought patterns and consciously choose to focus on positive, empowering thoughts. Instead of dwelling on fearful thoughts, we can shift our mindset towards optimism and abundance. This doesn't mean ignoring challenges or pretending everything is perfect, but rather adopting a mindset of resilience, resourcefulness, and positivity. Practicing gratitude, visualization, and affirmations can be powerful tools in cultivating a positive mindset. By focusing on what we're grateful for, visualizing our desired outcomes, and affirming positive beliefs, we can rewire our thoughts and attract more favorable circumstances into our lives. Thank you for listening.